Hey, real life traders from around the world. This is Jerremy Alexander Newsome. I hope you're having a most majestic Monday. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving for all of my American students. I loved Angie's video that she sent out. I hope you got a chance to view it. What are we at Real Life Trading grateful for? And the answer is, of course, you, students and friends from around the world. Thank you all so much. I truly do appreciate it. She sent out that video. If you didn't get a chance, check your inbox. And also check your inbox for another really awesome live teaching of our beginning classes. So, for example, are you a noob? Right here. You can click on, these are the classes that you might have noticed I took down because I will be teaching them brand new. And check that email. That email went out yesterday with all 4 links of the registration of class 1, 2, 3, and 4. Class 1, I'm teaching tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's free. So I hope to see you there. Check out the link in the video and the email that I sent out yesterday. Now, didn't see any requests on the real life trading page for any particular stocks. So let me just kind of update you guys a little bit on my Thanksgiving, and then I'll dive into some stocks and some analysis, and then I'll get into what my account's doing. This weekend went quite well, actually. So I had Thanksgiving with Ashley and her family here in Nashville. We didn't actually travel because some things came up with the other side of the family. So it was me and Ashley and Nathan, her brother, and her mom and her dad, and we all just had Thanksgiving here and played board games, ate a bunch of food. The food was phenomenal, obviously. A bunch of Italians making it. Ashley and her mom. And yeah, it was beautiful. I had a good time, played some board games, watched some movies, looked at some football, kept track of my fantasy football, and I won both of the leagues that I follow most constantly this weekend, so that was good. Did that and then drove down really early Friday morning to Statesboro. So I went through Atlanta. I finally found out the time, ladies and gentlemen, that you can drive through Atlanta and not get traffic. Apparently it's 3 in the morning on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So I drove through at about 3 in the morning, no traffic, got to Statesboro, Georgia about 7 a.m. on Friday morning, and then worked and prepared for what's called a cane grind. My family, usually during Thanksgiving, we're not the most traditional family in the world. The cane grind is something that we do where you take sugar cane and you take it out of the field, you grind it down, you get the juice out of it, and then you boil the juice for about 4 hours. And once you boil the juice, it turns into syrup. And that's pretty much what we did all day Saturday. And the first batch didn't come out that great. Probably my fault, but it came out okay. Instead of syrup, it was kind of like caramel brittle. It was a little too tough. I think it was cooked a little bit too fast. So Donovan, I'll take full responsibility for that one. But the second batch did come out just fine. We were there till about 11:30 on Saturday. The whole city was invited, and all the friends and family, and everyone was there. And we had deer and chicken and ham and turkey and beans and sweet potato souffle, banana pudding, chips, all kinds of drinks and fires and guitars. And it was just a good old South Georgia cane grind. Went well. And then I drove back just last night, got in late last night, and I'll be in Nashville probably until sometime Friday, where this weekend I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'll definitely be traveling this weekend, going down to Florida this time, and to Gainesville. I have a buddy of mine who's throwing a party down there, and I don't know if and when exactly those times will meet, but I'm planning on being in Atlanta Friday and maybe broadcasting from a student's house. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, that's this weekend. I'm excited. So let's kind of an update on what I'm doing. Let's update you guys on the general market perspective since we had a long holiday. And here's my overall thought on the market, ladies and gentlemen. I expect one of 3 things to happen, but let me draw specifically what my anticipations are. I think we'll trade, and we could trade sideways until the 20 exponential moving averages catches up with the stock, and then we'll continue higher. Call that, if you will, theory number 1. I think that's probably a really good chance that could work out. The other thought I might have is that we could trade down semi-sharply, somewhere between the 20 and 50, and bounce and continue higher. And then we could trade all the way back down to the 50 exponential. This is, of course, on the DIA, and bounce and continue higher. I do think we have one higher thrust to go in the market. That's pretty much what I'm saying. The retracement, I do not know what it will look like, but the RSI on the DIA is very, very high. If I come in and look at it, it's already at a 73 after the retracement. So it's very, very high. And I do anticipate, and the market needs some type of pullback and correction and retracement. We'll get into a little bit bigger picture stuff probably later during the week. But realistically, as it pulls back, and if it does this and bounces, I'll definitely be a buyer right here. But as it moves and moves much, much higher, I'll be very, very cautious at the top, because there's going to be a lot of bullish sentiment there, and that could be the catalyst needed for a little bit sizable correction in the market. We really do need a good 10 to 30% correction at some point soon. I think that could happen in May. Potentially, it might happen a little bit earlier. I really, truly do not know. This is just honestly speculation. At this point, though, without question, the market's bullish. Buy the bounces, mitigate your risk, and be bullish until we have given definite signals that we could reverse. Because, heck, I could be wrong. We could make another thrust higher, retrace, and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And who knows? Who knows what will happen? But yes, at some point, markets do correct. They do sell off. They do retrace, and that is healthy. So I'm really excited to kind of see how that plays out on the DIA. The Qs, I figured if you're still in this trade, you might want to consider moving up your stop just a little bit on the Qs. At the moment, we had a stop in at 102.56. A good friend of mine, Glenn Usher, was in the Qs trade for a while, and I think he got out Friday. But this is where I would have my stop at the moment. Evening star reversal, pretty much perfect. And expecting a little bit of a retracement. And again, on the QQQs, here's your exponential moving averages. Probably and likely we'll pull back to the 10 or the 20. I'm going to be a smidge more bearish on the trading floor the next 2 weeks, because I do think the market needs to pull back. I think it will pull back. The IWM, which is the Russell 2000, is at a really, really strong resistance zone. And, this is a pretty ugly double top right here on the Russell index. If it does form and we close below approximately 114, I would be a little bit more bearish than bullish. But at the moment, it's a pretty ugly double top. But yes, if we do close below there, I would be more bearish than bullish without question. And the SPY, again, it had a really, really interesting gap down. We have a black candle. I'm not going to say that this is an island reversal. I do not think this is the top, and I talked about in the trading floor, I would give it, if any percentage, 6.83%, that this is the top of the market. I do not think this is the top. Sure, it could happen, but I don't think that catalyst is there yet. So I'm still all about buying the bounce, mitigating your risk, and staying bullish until things change overall. So that's kind of my bigger picture perspective. And I know I'm kind of going a little bit quickly, but I don't want the real life stock reviews to be like 45 minutes long. I think that kind of bores you. So I want to kind of give you guys a nice little overview of what's going on. Let me load the three trades that I got into and have exited now. So I have Facebook, I have Plug, and I have Google. Those are the trades I'm in right now with real money. I did exit Plug today live on the trading floor. Exited Plug for 1R loss. And I'll look at that in just 1 second. Facebook, I exited for about an hour and a half or so gain. I had a covered call, as you guys know, on Facebook. It was a 77 covered call that expired Friday. So since Facebook closed at, let's see when did it close, 77.70 on Friday, then I did get exercise, which is good. That's actually quite nice, because now we have a little bit of an evening star reversal pattern on Facebook, and we've battled with the 100 quite some time before. This gap has not filled yet, and if we start making some lower lows, I think Facebook could pull back into the 200 simple moving average, where I would probably be a buyer on Facebook again. But I did exit Facebook. So here's what's left. I was in a collar, and of the collar, I have my put that expires in December still open. So I'm down on the put, but I'm only down $249. So if Facebook does continue lower, that actually would work out just fine, because overall I have some time left, 3 weeks left on Facebook. If it does pull back a little bit farther, I might be able to cash in on that protective put. And here's my Google bear call spread, 570, 575. If we hop over to Google really quick, that really shouldn't be anything to worry about. I might look at that a little bit more in depth tomorrow to see if I can buy it at close for any reasonable premium. But right now it appears there's 73 and there's 47 cents left. So that would be 6, 13, 6, 2. 26 cents left in premium. So I probably will hold on to it much longer and let that premium just kind of evaporate. So today we did make some lower lows on Google. I still am a little bit more bearish than bullish on Google shorter term. Kind of expecting it to come back into 519 potentially. Had a pretty bearish candle today. It's a nice little new black crow. And I was mentioning today if we start moving below 538, I would be a little bit more bearish than bullish on Google. And if I hop over to Plug, Plug is one that I did get stopped out on. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's perfectly normal to share both your wins and your losses. So hopefully Facebook and Google will both turn out as winners. Well, Facebook did turn out as a winner, but maybe it'll become even more of a winner with the stock moving down and me still having a put available that I already paid for. On Plug, we had a gorgeous one white soldier off of this support level. So here you can see 364, really, really good support level. And these are the trades that I'll take any day of the week, right? I don't really care how they play out. My main concern is following my trading plan and mitigating risk. So here was a 364 support. Got a gorgeous one white soldier. I entered somewhere around here, and this turned out to be a pennant pattern that broke bearish. My stop was approximately 360, and that's where I exited today at the close of the market. As of now, with this gap, Plug does look a little bit more bearish than bullish. This is a retest gap, and right there's the retest. So in my opinion, I think the next target for Plug is about 271. So if you're still in shares and you continue to own shares, you want to be in shares, I would advise buying a protective put if you want to protect your position as the stock goes down, since puts go up as the stock goes down. I did exit my put entirely because that was not my plan, was to hold very, very long. And right now I'm 0-2 on put, on Plug as far as the shares are concerned. I've made a few good trades on put sales, but directionally, I think I'm 0-2 overall. So I probably won't be trading Plug for a little bit. I might keep my eye on it, see if it bounces at 271, but I might kind of just let this one do its thing and stick to a few other trades. Apple and Tesla were also stocks that were really, really talked about today. We discussed them today. Today on the trading floor was Mentorship Monday, and the first Monday of every month is when I go a little bit slower. You know, we don't do a lot of trades, and I review the basics, and I make sure that everyone gets caught up to speed. And there will be another one in January. And I do have special news and announcements for something going on that I'm planning on January regarding the trading floor. So I'll let you guys know about that here shortly. But regardless, guys, I wanted to update you since it's been a little bit since we updated. I don't have the camera with me, but I'll get you guys. I'll make sure I get a camera either Wednesday or sometime next week so you can see my awesome beard. And I'm trying to look like Steven Jackson. He's one of my beard buddies in the trading floor, just crushing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it. If you guys need anything at any time, feel free to let me know. You're welcome to post any requests for the Wednesday Real Life Stock Review on the Real Life Trading Facebook page. And otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a great weekend, great holidays, time with your friends and family. And I truly am thankful so much for all of your support. Thank you for being just absolutely incredible people and being real and being honest and being caring. That's really what life's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. And until next time, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. I'll see you guys Wednesday.